has begun to show thy servants the greatness in thy mighty hand. For what God is there in heaven or in earth that can do according to thy works and according to thy might. Verse 25, I pray thee, let me over and see the land that is beyond the Jordan, that God, the goodly mountain of and Lebanon. The Lord walked with me for your sakes, and would not hear me. And the Lord said unto me, let it sacrifice thee, speak no more unto me of this. Get thee up into the top of Pisgah, and lift up thy eyes westward, northward, and southward, and eastward, and beyond it with thy eyes, for thou shalt not go over this Jordan. But charge Joshua, encourage him, and strengthen him, for he shall go over before this people, and he shall cause them to inherit the land which thou shalt see. So we are barred in the valley against Beth-peor. Verse 4, Deuteronomy chapter 4. Now, therefore, hearing, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live, and go in and possess the land which the Lord God of your fathers hath given you. It said, now therefore hear. It said, now therefore hearken, O Israel. I just did a thing on Chat GPT, and we had a discussion about a lot of times when people read the Bible, they really don't address the audience that's being addressed or who's being talking to in the Bible. They just open up the Bible and might say, Deuteronomy, let's go to 4:5, and the audience that's being addressed. So when you go to Deuteronomy chapter 4, and it starts at the top, it said, now therefore hearken, O Israel. So we know in Deuteronomy, they're talking about the children of Israel. The reason why I say that is because I think we have so many battles with people because people don't know how to correctly read the Bible. They just open up the Bible and act as though the conversation is pertaining to everybody. And the conversation isn't. It said, now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them that ye may live. See, that's the breath of life, the laws, the statutes, the commandments. When we keep them, we live, we come to life. When we keep the dietitian law, we eat right. When we follow what the Most High told us to do, that's the breath of life. The breath of life was the laws, statutes, and commandments. That's what he gave Adam in the garden, that he may live. He gave him a way of life. He gave him laws, statutes, judgments, And we say this all the time. They had the law in the Garden of Eden because Noah knew what animals were clean and what animals wasn't clean. In Genesis chapter 5, Noah came from the bloodline of Seth, Adam's son. So now let's say that ye may live and go and possess the land which the Lord of your fathers have given you. A specific language being used, the Lord of your fathers, meaning this is not talking about everybody. It's talking about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, our forefathers. That ye do not add unto this word which I command you, neither shall ye diminish aught from it, that ye may keep the commandments of the Lord, which your God, which I command you. This is all. You can also find this in Revelations. It says you can't take from this word. That's what they're saying. Your eyes have seen what the Lord did because of Baalapor. For all the men that follow Baalapor, the Lord thy God had destroyed them from among you. But ye that did cleave unto the Lord your God are alive, every one of you this day. When Noah made them alive, it started at the top. They was following what the Most High told them to do. So they didn't bow down. They didn't go worship other gods. They didn't do none of that. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me that ye should do so in the land whether ye go to possess it. So he said he gave us laws, statutes, and commandments that wherever we go, we keep them. Behold, he said, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. He said, when we follow them and we standing before the rest of the people, they see that's what makes us different. It say, keep and therefore do them, for this is your wisdom. When we keeping the laws and we following the Bible, this is our wisdom. This is where we get our wisdom from. We get our wisdom from these scriptures. That's where our wisdom come from. When you ask us a question, we don't go all off into some philosophical shit and start talking on our own. We come out of our scriptures because that's where our wisdom come from, not our own understanding. It said, therefore, do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations. When we tell people we don't celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving, and we tell them why we don't celebrate this, the Most High said, you keep these commandments. This is what you do. The other nations going to worship. They're going to watch what y'all doing. This is y'all strength amongst these nations, these laws, statutes, and commandments. For what nation is there so great, and who had God so nigh unto them, as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for? And what nation, notice it's saying nation, singular. It's not saying nations, it's singular, nation, singular, not nations, plural, meaning more than one. That's why I always say it's very essential to get a 1611 King James Bible, one of the older testaments, so you can listen to the wordings in there. I always used to ask people, how do you translate English from English unless you change the words completely? You will have to change the words. If I say I don't play, what could you do? He don't mess around. Now you change the definition of the word. So when you get these new translations that's translating English from English, you will have to change the words. Let's keep going. And the reason why I said this, it said what nation, letting you know throughout the Bible, the conversation, the language, it's always talking to a particular group of people, and it's being addressed to a particular group of people. Only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thy eyes have seen, unless they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life, but teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons. So that means the laws and statutes that we learned, that we follow, came from our forefathers. He said, teach this to your sons and your sons' sons, meaning keep passing this down. Especially the day that the Lord stood us before especially the day that thou stoodest before the Lord thy God. And when the Lord said unto me, gather me the people together, and I will make them hear my words, that they may learn to fear me all the days that they shall live upon the earth, and that they may teach their children. Most High said, learn these that they may fear me. And see, that's the thing of the Christian church. They don't fear the Most High. I fear the Most High. The brothers in the UPK, we fear the Most High. We try to humble ourselves. We try to accept authority. We trying to do all this because we fear the Most High. See, y'all don't understand what we come out here to do. We actually don't. We work for the Most High. That's who we work for. We work for Christ. We are servants of Christ. We are employed by Christ under the commanding General Yohana. So it'd be like commanding General Yohana, he's the contractor and we the subcontractors that go out here and do this work. That's what we do. The Lord spoke unto you out of the midst of the fire. He talking to us and our ancestors. Ye heard the voice of the words, but saw no substitute, only heard a voice. And he declared to you his covenant, which he commanded you to perform, even 10 commandments, and he wrote them upon the tables of stone. And the Lord commanded me at that time to teach you the statutes and judgments that ye might do them in the land whether ye go over to possess it. When you hear me say ye, you, I'm letting you know, I'm speaking like that to let you know he's talking to a specific group of people. He's not talking to everybody. You know how y'all just took this and just made it about everybody? He's not doing that. That's why I really need to emphasize. I like expounding on these words he's using to let you know he's talking to somebody. Lest ye corrupt yourselves and make you a grave image, a similitude, or any figure likeness of male or female, that white Jesus Christ, and the likeness of any beast that is on the earth, and the likeness of the winged fowl that filleth the air, and the likeness of any that thing that creepeth on the ground, and the likeness of any fish that is in the waters or beneath the earth. What is going into now is we're not supposed to make no grave images and worship them. You know, like that cross, that's the thing that I told you when I was a young boy in Chicago going to church. I never understood, like my mother, I'm reading, but I'm looking at the cross and I'm like, damn, the Most High say don't do this. I was confused as a child because I always been a nigga that can think for itself. I'm not a dude that you can lead around. So I don't want you to think that the guys that come into the Israelites, we ain't no weak niggas. We not niggas of the church. You got to understand we was dudes of the world. So we was rebellious slaves. But when you put something in front of us, do you think we didn't try to find a way out of this? Do you think we didn't try to find holes in this? Do you think we didn't try to find like to keep us doing this wicked filthiness shit out here in the streets? You think we didn't try to find no loophole in this? As a certified street guy, yes, we did. I needed a way to find out how I can keep sinning, how I can keep breaking these laws. So I went over this over and over. The point I'm making is the brothers that came in here, we wasn't brainwashed niggas. We can come in here and read this, and when you showing us the history as being a strong black man, a thorough man, a man that can think for himself, a natural leader, I said, damn, this is right. I went to the house to try to prove this wrong. I got to looking up stuff. I wanted to prove this wrong so badly, and you know why? Because I was heavy in them streets. I needed a reason that I can keep hurting my brothers. I needed a reason why I can still say F my black community. I needed a reason like every nigga out here in the street that sell drugs and do everything to say I don't give a damn. I needed that reason. So I was trying to find loopholes in this, and I couldn't find it. When I couldn't find it, you know what I did? I broke down crying. I felt so ashamed. I felt so bad of everything I done done. And I sat back and thought about it over and over and over again. Then a fear came over me. The fear was, I wonder if the Most High gonna forgive me. Is it too late for me? Can I change it? Can I do this? All these thoughts got to plotting in my mind. Even to this day, Paul told you I die daily. I die daily to fight the old me. The old me, I fight that down every day because I got a lion inside of me. A real life, like battle war field. That's where I been the whole time. A lot of people say that, man, but they don't really be in the field. They don't be in the field. And just because you come from a poverty-stricken neighborhood, that don't mean you was in the field. That don't mean shit. So when I go into these scriptures and I can actually see and I can't fight it, there's nothing I can say about it. So one of the things I learned by going into these scriptures is the audience. That's what I had to been taught. Who is the conversation with and who is the conversation directed to? And once I started learning this, it became easier for me to understand the Bible. Verse 20, but the Lord had taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace, even out of, now, I skipped the part. We on 19. This is also a verse I love in the Bible. It said, lest thou lift up thy eyes unto the heaven, and when thou see the sun and the moon and the stars, even all the hosts of heaven should be driven to worship them and serve them, which the Lord thy God had divided unto all nations under the heavens. Under the heavens. It say, but the Lord had taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace, and even out of Egypt, to be unto him a people of an inheritance, even as ye are this day. Now, verse 19, what I like about that verse, it say he created the moon, the heavens, all the things, the nations. The reason why he told us don't follow these nations, he said they was going to start worshiping them. But what he did for us is he made sure he took us out the fire. He took us, and he chose us. When we say he chose us, he said, hey, I'm gonna put y'all over here. I don't want y'all doing that dumb shit. This is one of the reasons why we don't supposed to follow other nations. The Egyptians, they was worshiping the moon, the stars, shit. Islam, they worship rocks. They had all these different entities that they was worshiping. The Most High said, I took y'all from that. I gave y'all me. Y'all ain't even got to do. Listen, they I don't know why they praying to the moon. The moon don't even hear them. I gave y'all me. Anything you want to add on that, brother?
No, that's a heavy point, because what you got to understand is these nations are going to naturally be inclined to worship everything but the Most High, which is why when we get led away, we do everything but what? Worship the Most High. This is why the Lord doesn't want us to be one with these other nations. You understand? We're supposed to always keep the spirit of God no matter where we dwell. So this is the purpose of what Christ was for. Christ, when he came, this is why he said, go to all nations. Why? Because you got all the children of Israel in all these nations worshiping moons, rocks, the sun, star, whatever that nation worship, the children of Israel follow. This is why we're called lost sheep, because what does a sheep do? It's just going to go astray. It's going to follow whatever's in front of it. That's what a sheep does. It doesn't fight back. It just goes with the flow. So this is what the work of Christ is about, bringing us back to the Most High. You understand? This is why you got the priests and prophets in your city today. This is why you see us.
Verse 21. Furthermore, the Lord was angry with me for your sakes, and swore that I should not go over the Jordan, that I should not go in unto the good land which the Lord thy God given thee for an inheritance. Verse 22. But I must die in this land, and I must not go over the Jordan, but ye shall go over and possess that good land.
Like, imagine that's the life of a prophet. That's the life of a prophet. Y'all think everything's so cute. Moses was told, the children of Israel, they're gonna get this land, it's gonna be glorious. All right, they're gonna go over to Jordan, they're gonna rock out. No, you're not going. No, you that's doing all the work, that's putting in the brick, that's doing this. No, you're not gonna see it. You understand? You're gonna make sure they're equipped and ready to go. They're gonna go, you're gonna die. That's the life of a priest and prophet. TD Jakes ain't living that life. You understand? Creflo Dollar ain't living that life. You understand? Your favorite pastor ain't living that life. You looking at the brothers that's living that life. Because we got to wake up in the reality and to know the work we're doing, more than likely, it'll probably be for the next generation and the generation after that. But that's okay. As long as we get the hell up out of here.
And that was a cold thing. My brother just said, y'all watch Moses put in all that work.
Mm-hmm.
All that work he did, he basically put that in for the future generation.
Right.
Moses had to tell them, I'm gonna die. I ain't gonna even get to see the promised land. I'm dying.
Yeah.
I bet you pastor ain't never like, this is my understanding. This is why I say I'm so fearful of the Most High, that I try my best to humble myself. This shows you just how much the Most High don't play. This is not the God of the Christian church.
Right.
And this is what we're trying to tell y'all. This all loving, everything Moses did, he said, I got to die. We know all this work we putting in, more than likely, we not going to see it. But what we trying to do is plant the seed, plant for the next generation to keep, I read this at the top. He said to teach our sons.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is supposed to be.
Yeah, that's at the beginning of the chapter.
Yep. I said, so this is supposed to be passed down. Right. So what we doing is going out doing the work, and we got younger guys coming up.
Mm-hmm.
We got little kids that's coming up.
Yeah, right.
We got little kids right now. If you send them to school, sometimes they got the parents get calls from the school. and said, hey, well, we was having a Thanksgiving dinner, and we was celebrating Thanksgiving. And I understand that your child knows about Thanksgiving. But can you please don't tell them to bring it to school? Because now our little children coming up saying, hey, I can't eat that pork. Ugh. That's how our little kids be now. Ugh, I ain't eating that. Or when it's a holiday or something they celebrating in school, our little kids sitting in the corner and the teacher's scratching their head, can't figure out. And when they go to talk to this child, the child saying, that's wrong. He's telling other kids that's wrong. So what the teacher do has to call the parents and let them know, like, hey, man, this nigga might get to waking up these other little kids telling them it's wrong. Now it's cool, y'all teach that at home. Could you please tell them, don't bring that to school? And I feel good to see our little kids coming up like that.
And that's a heavy point the brother just brought out, because that's what it's about. Shoot, I'm gonna tell you right now, I would love to drop everything. Hey, Christ return, we get to this kingdom, get to this word, let's get it. I would love it right now. But I know the reality of it is, it's very possible we can see it. Don't get me wrong. But I know it's for the generation after us and after us, regardless. I understand that's what the work is for. So the point is, we want to make sure the generations after us are better than us. So now when they come up and they teach the generations after them, they'll be even that much stronger in teaching it. See, me and this brother got a little bit of the world that we done had to come from and wash off, and we do our due diligence. But Lord, allow the next generation ain't got to wash off that much world. The generation after that ain't got to wash off no world. You understand? That's the goal.
Verse 26, I call heaven and earth to witness against you this day, that ye shall soon utterly perish from off the land, whether ye go over the Jordan to possess it.
Oh, Salaki, did you read 25?
Salaki.
No, we was talking about he must die in the land, right?
Yeah.
That's 22. Take heed. Yeah, I think we're on 23.
23, yeah. Take heed unto yourselves that ye forget the covenant of the Lord your God, right, which he made with you, and make you a graven image or likeness of anything which the Lord thy God had forbidden thee. Verse 24, for the Lord thy God is a consuming fire, even a jealous God. I just want to ask you something. When they always make it seem like God has no, he just a loving, just love everything. I mean, this would be a form of emotion, like letting you know, like I don't like y'all liking nobody else. I'm a jealous God. You can't have no other God but me.
And the heavy part about it is he gives us the analogy to help us understand it. He calls himself the husband and calls us what? His wives. So you know how you feel about your lady, right? You done invested all of you into your lady, and now your lady going and looking at the next Joe Smoke. Well, how you like that? Is that something you like? You probably don't. It's probably one of the things you hate the most. So guess what? You should probably take heed and don't be serving these other gods. This is why you need to leave Christianity. Because as long as you're a Christian, this is you looking at another Joe Smoke. You need to leave the Muslim mosque. Because as long as you're a Muslim or serving Islam, you're looking at another Joe Smoke. You got to come back to serving your God, being a part of your people, your culture. That's how you serve your God. That's how you make sure he knows you ain't got to worry about nobody else. I ain't even going to give you that. That's why he said he's a consuming fire, because he ain't afraid to take you out simply because you're looking at the next Joe Smoke. You got to understand, he's a jealous God. He's going to give you a grace period to get it right. But he has no problem with letting you get it right in the next life. Understand that.
Verse 25, and when thou begot children, children's children, ye shall remain long in the land, and shall remain long in the land, and shall corrupt yourselves, and make a grave image or the likeness of anything, and shall do evil in the sight of the Lord thy God, to provoke him to anger. Verse 26, I call heaven and earth to witness against you this day, that ye shall soon utterly perish from off the land, whether ye go over the Jordan to possess it. Ye shall not prolong your days upon it, but shall utterly be destroyed.
Mm.
He basically told me if they go over there tripping, what they got coming.
Hey, listen, he just laying it out for him. Listen, I ain't gonna be over there, but I'm gonna tell you right now, you get your little butts over there and you start worshiping them other gods and start acting like you know something about religion and this, that, the third. Guess what? In philosophizing life, you're gonna be utterly destroyed. And the Lord ain't playing that.
Verse 27, and the Lord shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in numbers among the heathen, whither the Lord shall lead you.
I love that verse so much because to me, it explains like I always want, like, why are we the minorities? Like like that just ain't fair. Like it was ours in the first place, but now we the minority. And then you read a verse like that where it said, well, the Lord said he's gonna scatter you among all nations. You're gonna be left few in number. He basically told you, I'm gonna make you a minority amongst the people that hate you. That's what that verse just told you. You're gonna be a minority amongst the people that hate you. And the heavy part about that is, the only way to overcome that is for the minority to come together. You got to come together. You come together under the Most High in Christ, and guess what? Now we can overcome whatever nation we under. It don't matter whether it's America, Britain, Africa, wherever. But as long as we stay scattered as a minority, we gonna keep on having Carmelo Anthony's, the other boy that got shot by the Asian. You understand? The 1-year-old boy that just got shot, and they trying to protect the cop that shot him. We're gonna keep on having it because we don't understand the value of coming together under the Most High in Christ. We think there's another way. The Lord said he's a jealous God with no sweat. But this is what you got to understand. As long as you keep thinking there's another way outside of us and what we're doing in the UPK, there's going to keep on being 1-year-olds getting shot unjustly. There's going to keep being boys and girls getting shot by Asians. There's going to keep on being Carmelo Anthony's. It's not going to stop. So you either humble down and get in this truth, or we going every week, week in, week out, RIP this, long live that. Those are the only options.
And I also like it because when y'all get to that so-called, which y'all keep butchering, Matthew 28, and y'all say, well, Christ said go into all nations. Well, it's letting you know probably over 1,000 years. Over 1,000 years before Christ said that, we were scattered into all. You see what Moses telling us? If we go over there and that land start doing a bunch of bull crap, we was going to be scattered. Guess what we did? We did exactly what Moses told us not to do. Yeah. Most High said we some hard. He said called us a stiff-necked people. We did exactly what Moses told us not to do, and we were scattered. So when you get to Christ over 1,000 years later, Christ said, hey, I only came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. What? Because we was lost. My brother was telling you we was lost. We got to worship in rocks, moons. Look at us now. Yeah. We got lost. So what we doing is the same thing Christ told us. Hey, we got to go into all these different nations. We go out to all these different cities because we scattered and we the few in numbers. We the few in here. We don't make up the numbers in Britain. We don't have no ruling power in China, damn near, or the East Indians running Jamaica. They running all that. We don't run nothing as a people that been scattered. Our brothers that get sent down to South America, they ain't running nothing. They ain't even running nothing. Even on a legal context, we don't even run nothing on illegal context. Everything comes from the government. Everything. Yep. So let me keep going. Verse 27. Verse 28. And there ye shall serve gods, and the work of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see nor hear nor eat nor smell. I ain't never seen this verse before. I just got hip to this. He said, ye shall serve gods with the works of hands. Like, man, this telling you flat out that cross, that carver stone, this telling you flat out what we was gonna start doing. Like this verse 28 is a cold verse, right?
That's why it's so funny. Like, when Muslims try to talk to me now, I just ask them to explain, is it okay for a grown man to have relations with a 9-year-old. And that pretty much throws them off. But before I did that, and I had a little bit of respect for them, I would ask them, do you understand it's prophesied in the Bible that we would start doing what you're doing? You know what I'm saying? And then I would go into that breakdown. Now I ain't got no respect for them. I just tell me, is it okay for a grown man to sleep with a 9-year-old? And then
Mm. Verse 29. But if from thence thou shalt seek the Lord thy God, and thou shalt find him, and if thou seek him with all thy heart and with all thy soul. Verse 30. And when thou art in tribulations, and all these things are come upon thee, even in the latter days.
Even when?
In the latter days.
Latter days means end days, the last days.
If thou turn to the Lord thy God, and shall be obedient unto his voice. That's even when you was just saying the Lord. It's still saying, even in the future, Moses saying, he's only the God of Israel. That's what he just said. Even when you thy God, he's still saying that he's
even when y'all scatter, he's still thy God. Even when y'all don't know nothing about who y'all are, he's still thy God. Even when most of y'all are Christians and Muslims, he's still thy God.
Man, I like this. I'm taking this whole
that nigga ready to go to camp now. That nigga about to have a whole class on this.
For the Lord thy God is a merciful God, and he will not forsake thee, neither destroy thee, nor forget the covenant of thy fathers, which he swore unto them.
And this is what I was talking about when I said there is no other option. Obedience to the Most High God and doing it his way, not your way, is the only way. So this is why we say you get into the ISUPK and we'll teach you his way. But if you don't want to do that, it's okay. But guess what? As long as you're a Christian, a Muslim, living it according to your own will in your own life, we're going to keep having 1-year-olds shot by the cops. We're going to keep having teenagers killed unjustly. We're going to keep on having violence in our community. It's going to keep happening. It's not going to stop because y'all sad and you keep on making posts about we got to do something. We got to do better. How could this happen? I'm telling you how it happened. You're disobedient as a nation. You don't listen to your God. He sends his priest. You think it's a light thing to listen to him because they just niggas. Okay. But I'm giving you the remedy. I am giving you the medicine to cure the nation. I'm giving you the medicine to fix our community right now. You have to obey God the way he wants it. There is no other way. And to me, I like it from the standpoint that shows me, oh, he's truly an almighty God. Oh, he's truly an almighty God. Because he could just say, you know what, I think they kind of want to listen. I mean, I know they don't know how, and they Christians and Muslims. I know Romans 10, he said that they got a zeal for God, but not according to knowledge. Well, let me have mercy on them that way. No. He said, you're either going to listen or you're going to keep on going through these atrocities, this violence, this unjust way of living in America that the only justice we can get is through a Facebook post and being there for each other. That's all you're going to get until you come back and serve the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, according to how he said, and not your religion. That's the only way, people. You got to do what we're doing. Or else, well, don't be mad when so-and-so is long live this and RIP that.
This is verse 32. For ask now of the days that are past, which were before thee, since the day that God created man upon the earth, and ask from one side of heaven unto the other, whether there had been any such thing as this great thing is, or had been heard like it, Verse 33. Did ever people hear the voice of God speaking out of the midst of the fire? Did ever people hear the voice of God speaking out of the midst of the fire, as thou hast heard and live? Or had God essayed to go and take him a nation from the midst of other nations by temptation, by signs, by wonders, and by war, and by a mighty hand, and by a stretched out arm, and by great terrors, according to all that the Lord your God did for you in Egypt before your eyes.
That's a heavy verse right there too, because he's letting you know I took a nation from another nation. That's essentially what he gonna do from all nations. This is why I forget the verse, I'm paraphrasing, where it talks about who is it? It's Joseph becoming Jacob, or Joseph becoming many nations.
Yeah, Joseph.
Yeah, Joseph becoming many nations. So again, all this correlates with each other, because just like he took the nation of Israel from amongst the nation of Egypt, the exact same way he's going to take the nation of Israel from amongst all nations, and he's going to do it the same way, by temptations, by signs, by wonders, by war, and by mighty hand. There you go, stretched out arm. He's going to do it the exact same way. Oh, great tears. So y'all got to understand, it's the same God today. He ain't changed, you changed. He just waiting on you to get it back on one accord. Like
verse 35. Unto thee it was showed that thou mightest know the Lord, that he is God, and there is none else beside him.
Yeah.
Verse 36. Out of the heaven he made thee to hear his voice, that he might instruct thee, and upon earth he showed thee his great fire, and thou heardest the words out of the midst of the fire. Verse 37. And because he loved thy fathers, therefore he chose their seed after them, and brought thee out in the sight of his mighty power out of Egypt.
Because he what? Because he loved what?
Because he loved thy fathers.
He did what?
Therefore he chose their seed.
Damn. Like, do y'all hear this? This is God. I'm gonna give y'all a little secret. That's God being racist. God, he's kind of racist. I don't know what to tell you. There's a seed line that he chooses over every other seed line. Again, this is why the scripture says you got to know the law to understand the scriptures. I'm paraphrasing, but that's what Paul says. And for you to read Paul and start thinking he's talking about all these other nations, when in the law he says stuff like this, it's kind of like, okay, I get why you might think that, but when I read the law, it just don't correlate with what you're trying to make it say. It just don't.
This is the law. This Deuteronomy.
It's the law. It's literally the law. That's what I'm saying. So when he put stuff like this in here and said, because he loved thy father, therefore he chose their seed after them. The fathers is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Because of that, he chose their seed line after them. So that means to this day, guess what he's still doing? Choosing their seed line after them. And it's not going to stop, because the Lord changes not.
What we saying is, we from that bloodline, that seed. We saying we from that seed.
Absolutely.
We know we from that seed.
Absolutely.
So we come from that bloodline. It's like my brother said, like y'all can say it's racist or however you want. He said, I took you a nation from another. I took a race. A nation is a race of people. It's a nationality. I took this nationality from another nationality, and I showed y'all great wonders I did on that other nationality.
The great wonders was what he did to the other nation for our sake.
That's what he said for us. I said, I remember I was having a conversation with a Muslim before, and he said, how can you love a God that killed babies and killed people? And you know what I said? Well, he killed them for me.
Right.
I don't feel no problem.
Like, right, you got to get on the winning team. Like, I don't understand what's wrong with you. Like, if it's my team versus your team, nigga, fuck everybody on your team, nigga. Right. Like, what are we talking about? I want to destroy you. Fuck beating you by 10. I want to beat you by 50.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? I want your 12th man to understand he don't belong in the league, just like your star player. Right. I want your star player to know he can't even think about sniffing the ass of my star player. What are you talking about? You're like, maybe you got to be a real competitor to truly serve the Lord. Because for me, it was very simple once I understood. Okay, that's the difference. Okay, that's what these nations is about. We are. It is competition. It is war. Because everything, like even with this Carmelo Anthony thing, right? You look at posts about it, and if you got hundreds of people that speak on it, you will know who the white people are speaking and who the black people are speaking, but just by what side they're on. You'll know. 97% of the time, if they're saying you see in the video he was this, that, and the third, he was fighting for his life. That's probably a black person. You look, yep, they black. Or you see in the video, you see somebody say he unjustly stabbed a young boy and he got what he deserved. I'm like, yep, that's a white person. Then you'll look, yeah, they're white. That's the background.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's natural for us to side with our own and compete against each other. You got to remember, I almost feel like that's what the Lord made this for. Like, this is his playground. So he wants to compete. And he said, I'm going to compete. I'm going to choose the nation of Israel. That's my team. We going to be the winning team. But they got to obey me and do it the way I say. But everybody else is competing against that, which is why no matter where we go in the world, you can see people hate us a little bit differently than they hate everybody else. Because we are the team of God. We are that team. And that's why everybody hates us a little bit different. Because we are that bloodline that this Bible is speaking about. And they know the most almighty power is on our side. There's a jealousy there. Think about it. All you got to do is walk in the store, they looking at you. You walk in a country, they looking at you different. The difference is that we are the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And on this earth, there's nothing more royal than that. But you got to tap in. You got to tap in, blacks, Hispanics. You got to tap in. If you're not going to tap into it, then you're just going to keep on getting the hate and not understanding why you're not getting no justice for it. If you don't tap in, you're going to keep on having to go through the atrocities and why is this happening in my community and not getting no kind of understanding for it. It's on you. Everything's in play. The Lord has put the priests in your city. The priests are ready and equipped to answer and handle whatever needs to happen. But you have to inquire of the Lord. You have to see.
This is verse 38.
What we got to read to?
44. This is verse 38. To drive out nations from before thee, greater and mightier than thou art. Right. To bring thee in, to give thee their land for an inheritance, as it is this day. Verse 39. Now, know therefore this in thy heart, that the Lord he is God, right, in heaven above and upon the earth and beneath. There is none else. Right. Verse 40. And thou shalt keep therefore his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee this day, that it may go well with thee and with thy children after thee, and thou that they mayest prolong thy days upon the earth, which the Lord thy God given thee forever.
What did the Lord thy God give thee forever?
These laws, these commandments.
Mm-hmm.
The laws, statutes, and commandments. You got to pass them down to our kids. Mm-hmm. Go on. And
it don't stop. It's fact. That's what we, that the Most High God is our God. It's very, like, people talk about, how do you know this, that, and third? But when you actually read and understand the Bible, follow it accordingly, everything falls into place. That's how I know. It's very clear to me. Like, for me, literally, the Bible is as clear as anything could be. Get it. But in most cases, it's clearer than that, because you can look at something right in today's time and you don't know what the hell is going on. You understand? So, yeah, it's very clear. But you got to fall in line again. Y'all keep on thinking. I don't understand why black people are so prideful and, in life. Like, y'all know we struggling. You know we come from hardships, heartaches, everything, and everything. What are we so prideful of? Like what more does the Lord need to do to show us, all right, maybe we got to try something different? Let's go see what these crazy niggas over here are talking about. At the very least, if we see what they talking about, after it don't work, we can shut them up. I take that. That's how confident I am in what we do. But y'all, for some reason, y'all think the answer is everything but us. And that is amazing to me, because you've already tried everything but us. How many times you gonna do it? Don't worry. You're gonna keep on having our upheavals. Long live this. not my daddy, not my son, not my daughter, not my mama, not my sister, not my cousin. Don't keep on having them posts because you don't listen. God sent his prophets and you thought you knew better. Okay. I don't want to see another brother or sister die in my city unjustly. If anybody die, I want it to be because they 80, 90, 100 plus years old and they just lived their life and we celebrating the fact that they made it that long and now the Lord is taking them. I would love for the majority of us to go that way. But we don't want to listen. So I know the majority of us is still going to have to go the way it's been going.
This is verse 21. Then Moses, verse 41.
Oh.
Then Moses served 3 cities on this side of the Jordan towards the sun rising. Verse 42. That the slayer might flee that the slayer might flee thither, which should kill his neighbor's unawareness and hatred him not in times past, and that the fleeing upon one of these cities he might live. Verse 43, namely Bezer in the wilderness, in the plain country of the Reubenites, and Ramoth in Gilead, and the Gadites, and the Gadites, and the Golans, in Bashan, and the Manassites. And this is the law which Moses set before the children of Israel. That's right there. This guy's real.
No flow. But yeah, so this is what y'all gotta understand, man. In order to understand Most High, in order to understand the Bible, you gotta understand the laws of God. You understand? Just for instance, this is a good precept to understanding what neighbor means. It says, thither which should kill his neighbor unawares. Most people think they're talking, anybody can be my neighbor, this, that, and the third. But then it gives you context in the next verse where it says, namely, meaning chiefly, or primarily, Bezer in the wilderness, in the plain country of the Reubenites. Reubenites are Israelites. Ramoth in Gilead of the Gadites. Gadites are Israelites. Golan in Bashan of the Manassites. Manassites are Israelites. That's who your neighbor is. Your neighbor are your brothers, your other tribes. Eh? So you got to understand a lot of, you begin to understand a lot of these things. And then another point I want to bring out is the plain country of the Reubenites. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but that plain country of the Reubenites is literally the same exact place where you can find Ruth. Ruth was the plain country of Moab. Hold on 1 second. I'm missing something. Ruth was in the plain country of Moab. Okay. There we go. 1 second, child. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so Ruth was in the plain countries of Moab. That plain country is the same land as the Reubenites when you actually map it out on a map. You understand? So a lot of things, a lot of the understanding in the scripture is going to come from the law, but you got to be able to understand the law. Did you get those costumes in Party City? Always wonder how that works. Like, you're on the internet, you're looking at something, this, that, or the third, then you see somebody doing something and you type something like a response, trying to be witty or cute or funny. But do you ever ask yourself when you're doing that, would you do that exact same thing in front of their face? Like, am I man enough to ask these same questions standing up in front of them, man to man? See, I ask myself that. That's why I asked that. Like, would I actually say this to the person's face? And every time, without a shadow of a doubt, it's abso-fucking-lutely. Now, would you ask that to me? I would like to see. You ready for the prayers? I'm a Muslim, by the way. You the problem. I just realized that you the problem. If you're a black, a Negro, Hispanic, you the problem. Because Muslims worship the rock that's prophesied in the Bible. You live in Syria. Why the hell are you even on my live then? Why the fuck are you even on my live? So I'm not good at this internet shit. Syria, you better make sure ain't nobody blowing shit up over there, are they? Is that what they doing over there? What's going on in Syria?
No, I don't think they're going.
They ain't blowing up nothing. All right, keep it that way. They not the ones. They don't send 10-year-old little kids out to body bombs and stuff.
I think all Muslims do that.
Oh, okay. Well, hey man, don't look, man. Don't sacrifice any more 10-year-old little kids. All right, there is no purpose to be sacrificing a 10-year-old little kid. I don't know that nigga. All right, you ready? Temp Abdul. Oh, remember them?
Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, I remember you, man.
All right, Temp Abdul. I'm gonna have a little bit of mercy on you. I do remember you.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna show you a tidbit of mercy. You've been around for a minute, taking this abuse.
Yeah.
This is the Lord's Prayer.
Hold on. Before we do that though, real quick, since you here though, can you help me understand? Is it okay with a grown man to sleep with a 9-year-old? Just help me with that. All right, let's go do the prayer.
This is the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanaw. Shabbat Shemayim. Kadash. Hayah. Shemaka. Yahweh. Allah. Daba'al. Zizak. Hayah. Barat. Kawa. Hayah. Bashemayim. Thundana. Nakam. Ka. Yawam. Salakana. Kabawakana. Kabawakana. Wala. Tabanana. Basawan. Abal. Hasana. Mayan. Right. Kaya. Laka. Hamalaku. Wala Parath. Lawam. Amen. So what we just said in English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. Lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. I'll answer when you apologize for saying. Nah. I'm gonna need an answer first. I don't even remember saying that, and if I did, oh well. Actually, y'all did. I mean, y'all through our communities, but that's irrelevant. Is it okay for a grown man to sleep with a 9-year-old? That's it. I need an answer to that because no Muslim gives me that answer. And because we dealt with you before, I feel like you better than the other Muslims, man. You better than them. So I feel like you can give me the understanding of how that may or may not be okay. So again, the question is it okay for a grown man to sleep with a 9-year-old? All right. Plus Israel. Yahweh Bahashim Yahusha. Barakatah Nawa. Yasha Allah. Wala Barat.
It's like Wahabayah. Damn. I got that on me tongue tied. Sapariah.
Barak Bahashim. Yahweh Tawala Man. Yahweh Shah Tawala Man.
What we just read in English, Yahweh,
Yahweh.
in the name of Yahweh Shah,
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
bless us
Bless us.
and Israel
And Israel.
in the school.
In the school.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. This is the power. Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Babu Kashah.
Babu Kashah.
Nathanawa.
Nathanawa.
Haka.
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 Lord Parah.
Lord Parah.
Kal Malawa.
Kal Makala.
Kal Makala. Kal Malawa.
Kal Marawa.
Haka.
Haka.
Hataram.
Hatahar.
Ha Matarayim.
Hamazari.
Haka.
Haka.
Hakorim.
Hatim.
Hatamala.
Matim.
Haka.
Haka.
Al Dakarash.
Arakah.
Hatamala.
Hatamala.
Garshim.
Garshin.
By Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Hashem Yahweh Shah.
The Wada
The
Amen.
Wada Amen. He said being 9 back then was like being 30 years old today.
Mm.
So you mean to tell me they was looking at 9-year-olds like, oh dang, she dang near might be 30 with the body she got, huh? That's how they was doing it. That's crazy. You looking at a 9-year-old, I ain't gonna lie, boy, she's starting to develop pretty quick there, ain't she? That's crazy work. Hey, that is disgusting. That is disgusting. And you know they said Muhammad was like 50 plus years old when he did this. He wasn't like a 20 something. Muhammad was like 50 plus years old when he did this. So you saying this 50 plus year old man was looking at a 9-year-old like, dang, I ain't gonna lie, she damn near might as well be 30. And y'all follow that man. That is disgusting. It's like, where are we at?
21. Oh, yeah.
Oh, shoot, I gotta read the English. The power. Yeah, we already read that?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, where we at? 121?
Yeah.
All right. Psalms 121 in Hebrew. Asha.
Asha.
Ayan.
Ayan.
Ahahari.
Ahahari.
Bayan.
Ayan.
Daba'ah.
Yaba'a.
Azaria.
Azari.
Azaria.
Azari.
Ma'ain.
Ain.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Asha.
Aisha.
Shemayam.
Shemayam.
Or Ratazah.
Ratazah.
Ayatan.
Ayatan.
Lamawat.
Lamawa.
Regog.
Agog.
All Yanawam.
All Yalawam.
Mark.
Mark.
Hana.
Hana.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yanawam.
Lawam.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yishan.
Yesham.
Shawamar.
Shamamar.
Yasha'ala.
Yesham.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamark.
Shamar.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazal.
Tazar.
Al.
Al.
Yah.
Yah.
Yamyanka.
Yamyank.
Yawamam.
Yoramam.
Shamash.
Yashama.
La'ah. Yakaka.
La'ah. La'kaka.
Wayarak.
Ayawa.
Balayala.
La Yala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamark.
Yashamar.
Call Rai.
Call right.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
The Pashka.
After Pastor.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Tazal.
Taza'ak.
Babawa'ak.
Baba Ak.
Maitha.
Mayata.
Ma'aid.
Ma'ai.
Awalam.
Ma'alam.
Sorry, Carl, we just read in English. It depends on when girls has moon blood. I married my wife when she was 16 and I was 24. Oh, it depends on the individual bodies. Allah can't be wrong. No hate, by the way. That's so basically, they saying whenever they start that period, they're ready to go ahead and marry him. And he said he just admitted he was 24. He married a 16-year-old. He was on listen. That sounds a lot like what's that, Elvis Presley type shit.
Pedophile.
Yeah. So thank you for proving to the congregation, Muslims are just a bunch of pedophiles. That's really all it is. So if you care about your daughter, keep them away from a Muslim. Because as soon as your daughter starts to bleed, just from this man's mouth, he just said, as soon as she starts to bleed, that's when they start looking at her. That's crazy. Well, Psalms 121 in English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord, which
Lord,
made heaven and earth.
made heaven and earth.
I will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth
will
thee
not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy sleep.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all
He
evil.
shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming
From
in.
this time forth
From this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forever.
Disgusting. Anyway, Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim. Aldam Yalla Ka.
Aldam Yalla Ka.
All Takarash.
All Takarash.
All Tashakwat.
All Tashakwat.
All. Kayahana.
Kayana.
Abu Piyaka.
Abu Yaka.
Yahama Yawan.
Yahama Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al Aimaka.
Al Imaka.
Yairon Nuwa.
Yaimawa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayata.
Wayata.
Aitazuma.
Aitawa.
Altazapawanka.
Altazapawanka.
Amara.
Amara.
Lagawa.
Gawa.
Nakidam.
Nakidam.
Magalia.
Magalia.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yazakar.
Zakar.
Sham Yasha Allah.
Sham Yasha Allah.
Aywada.
Awad.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Noah Aitazuma.
Number Aitawa.
Labah.
Labah.
Katan.
Akala.
Al Yaka.
Al Yaka.
Bar Yath.
Alright.
Yakarathu.
Yarath.
Aholi.
Aholi.
The woman.
Lawan.
Wayashamai.
Wayashamai.
Alayum.
Alayam.
Mawaba.
Maba'ab.
Wahagarium.
Wahagari.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Waimawan.
Waimawa.
Waimalak.
Amalak.
Palashath.
Palashah.
I'm Yeshabi.
I'm Shabi.
Taz a war.
There's a war.
I'm Ashawar.
I'm Ashwar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Ayawa.
Hayawa.
Zarwa.
Zawara.
Labanya Lawat.
Nabanya Lawa.
Selah.
Selah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Laham.
Laham.
Kamadian.
Man.
Kasiyah.
Kasiyah.
Sara'ah.
Sarah.
Kayabian.
Kayabi.
Banakal.
Banakal.
Yashwan.
Kashwa.
Nashimadwa.
Nashamada.
Bayan.
Mayan.
Da'ar.
Dar.
Ayawa.
Dar.
Daman.
Daman.
Ladama.
Adam.
Shayathamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Nada.
Ada.
Yabmawa.
Amad.
Karab.
Karab.
Kazaba.
Kazaba.
Kazabat.
Kazabat.
Kazal.
Kazal.
Anai.
Nai.
Kalnasayakama.
Kalna Sekangwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amara.
Amara.
Narashua.
Nawash.
Banawa.
Nanawa.
Ah.
Ah.
Nawa.
Nawa.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Lahaya.
Lahaya.
Shayathamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Kagala Gala.
Kagala Gala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya Rakwa.
Panya Lawakwa.
Kaash.
Kaash.
Sabaira Yaira.
Dabaira Yaira.
Wakalhaba.
Wawala Kaaba.
Dalahat.
Dalaha.
Haryam.
Yoyam.
Kantaradam.
Kan Yoyatam.
Basarika.
Basarab.
Wabasa.
Wabasara.
Pafta.
Wapath.
Dabahalam.
Dabaha.
Mala'ah.
Mula'a.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Kalawan.
Alawan.
Wayabakwashwa.
Wayabakwash.
Ka.
Shemaka.
Hawa.
Yahawa.
Yabashwa.
Wabashi.
Wayabahola.
Wayabahaw.
Ayai.
Aya Ai.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayakapar.
Wayabadwa.
Wayabag.
Wayadaigwa.
Wayadai.
Kayatha.
Kayata.
Shamka.
Shemaka.
Yahawa.
Yahaw.
Labaka.
Mabak.
Ayawan.
Ayawan.
Ah.
Ah.
Ka.
Ka.
Ha'arataza.
Haratasa.
I just realized something. He said Allah can't be wrong, meaning Allah's okay with them dealing with kids. And they think this is the same God as the Bible. Your God is okay with pedophilia. Our God would unalive us for that. Good Lord, that's crazy. I can't wait till I talk to another Muslim. I'm gonna say, I got a Muslim over there from the country right now in Syria. He told me, hey, a 9-year-old like a 30-year-old. He married a 16-year-old. What we just read in English. Keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep that not silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
Be not still, O God.
And be not still. O
Below,
Below.
thy enemies make a tumult.
Thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They hate thee have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy
And
people.
consulted against thy enemies.
And consulted against thy
They
enemies.
have said, come,
They have said, come.
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
And let us cut them off from being a
That
nation.
the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That the name of Israel may be no more remembered.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
For they are consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate
The
against
tabernacles of Edom,
The tabernacles of Edom.
and the Ishmaelites,
and the
of
Ishmaelites,
Moab,
of Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
Hagarenes,
Gabal,
Baal,
and Ammon,
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
Philistines,
Philistines,
the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the habits of Tyre.
So also is joined with them.
So is also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
We have hope in the children of
Selah.
Selah.
Do unto them
Do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the many,
as to Sisera,
as unto Sarah,
as to Jabin,
as unto Jabin,
at the brook of
at
Kasan,
the brook of Kasan,
which perished at Endor.
perished in
They became as dung for the earth.
that became dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Ored,
Make the nose like a red.
and like Zed.
Like Zed.
Yea,
Yeah,
all their princes Zabah,
all the princes of Baal
and Zalmunna,
and Zamon,
who said,
who said,
let us take to ourselves
let us take ourselves
the houses of God in
The
possession.
houses of God. And
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Make them like a wheel,
Make them like a wheel.
as the stubble before the wind,
As they stumble before the wind.
as the fire burneth the wood,
As the fire burns the
As
wood.
the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
Fire flames set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempests,
Persecute them with thy
and
temper.
make them afraid with thy
And
storm.
make them afraid with thy
Fill
storm.
their faces with shame,
So their faces be shamed.
that they may seek thy name.
That they will seek that name.
O Lord,
Oh Lord.
let them be confounded and troubled forever.
Let them be confounded and troubled forever.
Yea,
Yeah.
let them be put to shame
Let them be put to shame.
and perish,
Prepared.
that men may know
And men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high
art the most high
over all the earth.
over all the earth. Bless you, Yahweh,
Bless you, us, like blessing you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth and all things living.
King of heaven and earth and all things living.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh,
listen to us now,
listen to us now,
right now.
right now.
Send evil, curses, and punishment and destruction
Send evils and curses and punishment and
to
destruction
the heathen that speak against us and thy prophets,
to the heathen that speak against us and thy prophets,
and thy teachers,
the teachers,
the princes,
the princes,
the priests,
the priests,
the Israelite brothers, and the school.
the Israelite brothers in the school.
Send evils and curses, punishment, and destruction,
Send evils, curses, punishment, and destruction.
and shake loose the treasures
Shake loose the treasure
of the riches of Israel
of the riches of Israel
that refuse to get to the
that
school.
refuse to get to the school.
Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary.
Force their riches to enter into thy
And send
sanctuary.
evils and curses and punishment and destruction
Send evils and curses, punishment, and destruction
to the Edomites
to the Edomites
and their nation,
and the nations,
drug dealers,
drug dealers,
court systems,
horses,
prison systems,
prison systems,
Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood,
all governments of our enemies,
all governments of our enemies,
the Amalek synagogues and army,
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Roman Catholic Church,
Roman Catholic Church,
Pope,
Pope,
Islam,
Islam,
Christianity,
Christianity,
Egyptology,
Egyptology,
militia,
militia,
Ku Klux Klan,
Ku Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation,
Skinhead,
Skinhead,
Positazzi,
Kazi,
Gay Movement,
Gay Movement,
the Lesbian Movement,
Lesbian Movement,
Spies,
Spies,
Workers of Witchcraft,
Witchcraft,
the NASA Space Program,
National Space Program,
Army,
Army,
Navy,
Navy,
Air Force,
Air Force,
Marine,
Marines,
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet
Open up the
and the
internet,
airway
and the airway,
and the cable access
cable
channel,
access channel,
radio channel,
radio channel.
and convict the spirit of any of thy people
Convict the spirit of any of that
and keep that seek to stop us
seek to stop us
and bring swift
and
destruction
bring swift
to
destruction
all the heathen that stand in our way
Yes, to all the heathen that stand in our
or
way,
try to stop us from broadcasting your
or
word
try to stop us from broadcasting your words
throughout the planet
planet Earth.
planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues
Let loose all the plagues,
and cause them to go to and fro
cause them to go to and fro
through the earth and consume
through
them.
the earth and consume
And
them.
let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer.
Let Yahweh Shah,
Let Yahweh shine.
Michael, Gabriel come down with the flying saucers
Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying
and
saucers
punish all the heathen that come up against
and
us
punish all the heathen that come up against us
as we speak thy words.
as we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known
Cause it to be known
by all that it is the angels that had done it.
by all that it is that the angels that have done it.
Cause it to be spread throughout the media
Cause it to be spread throughout the media,
and throughout the whole world.
throughout the whole world.
And cause them to shake at that
Cause
coming.
them to shake it that coming.
In the name of Yahweh Shah,
In the name of Yahweh shine.
thank you, so be it.
Thank you always. So be it. We're gonna close class up. In the Israel, Shabbat, Majid, Barak, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shabbat, Yazmatah, Sabbath service.
Keep your head up, Abdul. We're gonna get at you next week, man. And we leave them little girls
I'm gonna
alone.
say, leave them little girls alone, man.
With your little nasty ass.
Leave them little girls alone, man.